Hello everyone and welcome back to Aussie Starcraft. We're bringing you another game between some Grandmasters. In the top left hand corner we have LiquidTLO, and in the bottom right hand corner is the blue Terran we have EmpireHappy. So as you can see, these guys know each other quite well, just a bit of chat going back and forward between the two of them. TLO doesn't need much of an introduction. We've cast quite a few games of his recently. Very innovative and fun Zerg player. EmpireHappy, a high level Terran player. So I don't know Happy as well as I do TLO, but hoping these guys put on quite a show for us today. So the map will be Belshir Vestige, and we've had quite a few games on this recently. It's a common map off the ladder and very common in tournament play. Seldom will you see players veto it from the map pool, so quite frequently this map will be one of the first games in a series. So of TLO moving out with his overlords across the map, just getting a bit of a scout off. Here's a likely check for the locations of any proxies that might be here, and you can see up here in one of the tournament games we cast there was a proxy here, so you can see TLO is aware of that, just going to check those regions and other nearby places that could be proxied. Happy starting off with a barracks and a refinery, so could be for Reaper for scouting, could also be for a quick factory or a number of other things, so we'll see which tech path he chooses to take. TLO electing to drop his hatchery first at the expansion. Obviously has a bit of an idea there's no proxies tucked away here, so dropping that hatch and now dropping his pool. Let's see what Happy decides to do with this gas. 50 gas, and yes indeed he's dropped a Reaper. It's pretty valuable to use this Reaper to get a bit of an early scout off. With the meta game the way it is currently, it's quite common for Terran to go for quite a greedy early 3 command centers, and they use that to gain a significant economic advantage, and then they power into the Zerg's 3rd and 4th bases to deny them and choke off the Zerg army supply. So it's quite popular on the map, but it's also quite susceptible to early Zerg timing attacks like Baneling Roach, All-Ins and other sorts of early two base play out of Zerg. So this Reaper Scout's become quite popular, so that you can hopefully scout those 2 base timings before they run into you. Have some Zerglings up here. These are likely to be used to try and get rid of this Reaper. No surround though. Oh no, maybe he might get it. Pinned and taken out there. Bit sloppy control from Happy there. Was expecting to see him dart out, but TLO managed to pin him in the gap and knock him down with the Zergling. So nice little pickup for TLO there. So we pull up the production tab, keep that one up so we can see how things are shaping up. Have a factory on the way from Happy just down here at the ramp, and a reactor on the barracks. Likely to see this swap out and pop the factory on the reactor to produce a stack of Hellions. So cancels those Marines and moves it out, deciding obviously that he wants to get the Hellions in to gain a better idea of what's going on in these bases. So I have 2 gas coming up now for TLO and another queen as well, so it takes the count up to 4 queens. It's got double gas going in the main, so we may actually see a lair quite soon out of TLO, and it'll be interesting to see what tech path he goes from there. Strangely he's placed the creep tumors here. Generally that would interfere with the wall in, so won't be surprised if he takes these out or has to kill them later to drop evolution chambers. As you can see, these Hellions moving out across the map can get it through this space quite easily. So normally it's walled off with a couple of evolution chambers, and you complete the wall in with the queens to try and block it as best you can. But these 2 queens that are dedicated to the creep spread are going to get that going quite quickly here. So we see 2 or 3 creep tumors heading in every direction. 3rd hatch going down now. The 4 cancels that creep tumor to stop it dying. You can see TLO quite quickly throwing down some Evo chambers to ensure that these Hellions can't make it into the main. Hellions quite deadly to your drone line. 3 or 4 Hellions like that could clear out your drone line very quickly and set you at a significant economic disadvantage. We have a starport underway now from Happy. And good saturation is main. Still not much saturation is natural, but that's sort of to be expected. TLO on the other hand, heavily saturated main and expansion. And won't be surprised to see, well, either the gas taken or some of these transferred down to the third base. So Hellions make it into the base, and we will start to see some workers killed. 3 down so far. Ooh, more, 5. These Hellions are making the most of their run by before the Queens can bring their reign to an end. A few Zerglings. Zerglings will get picked off very quickly. 3 of these are super low health. If you micro and target these down, he'll be able to take a lot less damage here, but managing to clean those up, but losing 10 workers in the process. So as you can see, that almost levels it out. 40 drones to 33. So 4 Hellions for 10 drones is a nice trade of 10 drones being worth 500 minerals, so a nice bit of harassment there from Happy, trying to keep TLO in check. Have these Zerglings continuing to run around the map, but more Hellions moving out. We also have a medevac full of Marauders, so this could be an interesting little set of multi-pronged aggression here. We'll see if TLO is aware of this or if he is caught off guard. Significant number of Zerglings out in this creep. Now this creep's going to begin giving him excellent vision. It's spreading, it's almost down to the mid of the map. Within another minute or two it could well be down in the middle of the map. So we have a Hellion Marauder timing, not something I've found myself saying before, but 4 Marauders brought up with the medevac, and these Hellbats are moving in now. Engineering bays on the way, and this interesting force hits the third base. Hellions will be able to counter any Zergling reinforcements, and these Marauders providing the punch needed to drop the hatchery. And this seems to have caught TLO by surprise, morphing some Banelings and more Zerglings at the moment. But he's down to 2 bases, so that attack accomplished exactly what Happy was looking for. Bring it down to a 2-base game. TLO has, however, snuck in with a cheeky Zergling counterattack, clearing out this main base, and is going to take out a number of these supply depots. So it's going to be a very expensive counterattack for Happy. Unfortunately, probably committing just a bit too much there. Oh, Banelings coming up, trying to get into the main. You can see Happy desperately throwing down some more engineering bays to ensure that that doesn't happen. These Hellions will be able to move in and clean this up, and indeed we have fried Zerglings for dinner. And that the wall in manages to hold, but very narrowly. Alright. So TLO choosing to throw down his 3rd in this location this time, and a 4th as well. So obviously knowing he needs to continue to feed that economy. You see TLO is very mindful of his creep spread, trying to get a queen over here and drop some tumours on this little patch of creep before it evaporates. Unfortunately, evaporating right before the queen could lay the tumour. TLO's creep spread's incredibly good as a player. He's very aware of how important it is. Oh, another of these Marauder Hellion attacks into this new 3rd base. Forces the drone to cancel, and those 75 minerals will be lost. Will this medevac move into the main base? Indeed he will, going for a drop in the corner, but TLO is aware of this. Zerglings and Banelings are streaking up into the corner. Banelings low rate of fire, not the best for... Oh, sorry, Marauders low rate of fire, not the best for dealing with mass Zergling Baneling. These Hellions continuing to clean up the Zerglings in the middle of the map. Units lost tab is quite close, 600 resources separate these 2 players. These Hellions are taking the watchtower to give them a better idea of what's going on around them. TLO with great vision, this creep in the middle of the map continuing to move forward. If we look at the production tab, we have spine crawlers now in place to help keep this base safe. You can see the area of effect on those Hellions damaging the creep tumours. Sometimes you'll see Terran players use cheeky tricks like targeting one of their own units to try and kill a creep tumour that they can't see. Oh, medevac does go down. TLO now got mutas on the field. Oh, one muta picked off in a spray of gore. Two more on the way. We have 2 weapons, 2 armor on super tongue-tied. Sorry, guys. 2 weapons, 2 armor on the way for Zerg ground units, and +1 flyer attack also on the way. Hellions moving out. Still managing to pick off the expanding creep. Nice pick up there. That'll stop this creep in its surround. Another 5th base from TLO. Oh, big surround on these Hellions. Oh, Stim Marines and Marauders behind them and provide the DPS needed to clean out these Zerglings. The Hellions, oh no, they're peeling away, not committing to the main base. Big Bioforce streaming to 3rd. Terran love fighting this choke point. Stop Zerg getting the surround. These Hellions will be able to pick up so many of these units. Mutalisks moving in, however, there's not going to be enough Marines to shoot up, and these Marines will clear out. These mutas will clear. Oh, there's almost it's going to be a tight fight. Hellions do get cleaned up, and the Mutalisks will be able to clear up these remaining bio units. Viking does go down, and TLO should be able to stabilise and keep this base alive. So quite an even exchange there. If we look at the units lost, we do see that TLO is trailing, having lost an extra 2,000 units, but as he's on 3 bases, he's got the money to lose. He's been mining here for some time now, so you can see these mineral patches half depleted, so significantly more money in the bank ready to lose. And as you can see, EmpireHappy knowing that he likewise will need to take his 3rd soon. TLO dropping a 4th and 5th, trying to ensure that they're not both denied and give him the flexibility to take whichever base he's able to hold on to. Ideally, he'd love to hold on to both, but with the level of aggression, very mobile aggression, with this bio drops and Hellions, it's going to be quite difficult for TLO to hold on to this 4th and 5th base that are on opposing sides of the map. As you can see, quite a significant travel distance. Likewise, Happy can exploit attacking this base all day long. He attacks this base, and when TLO moves out, it's just a hop in the medevacs over into the main base, and he can start denying mining and some of these tech structures. You notice TLO's hidden the spire right at the back of the base, where it's hopefully safe from those drops. That's the reason you see him spreading his tech structures out around his other expansions, so they can't be picked off with a single set of drops. Mutalisks continuing to move out. A Widow Mine here. We'll see if that plays any role. We do have a missile turret already, but this muta cloud is 11 mutas. They should be able to do some damage here, but not with the stimmed reinforcements streaming in. So TLO doing a good job of harassing this 3rd base, buying him time to get his 4th and 5th up and online. We've got some spine crawlers here being morphed in at the ramp. Creep tumors here ready to continue this creep highway. The TLO now with his creep well over halfway is going to give him excellent map vision, make it very difficult for Happy to engage on creep. If we look at Happy, we know that Happy's got 3-3 on the way now for his ground unit. It's going to be very potent. We know that Terran tend to excel, yeah, it would be nice if I could speak. Excel in the mid game, but we are in fact rolling on to mid to late game now. As we hit the 20-minute mark, these players will stabilise, and the game could run into quite a long macro game. So the Terran advantage slowly edging away. And if Happy's not careful, TLO will be able to transition to his hive tech, get his late tier units like Ultralists, Infestors on the field, and make this bio composition quite redundant. So you have TLO a few overlords down here. Now this Muta Cloud is in fact up to 25 Mutalisks, so this will pose a significant threat even to this missile turret, but we do have a Widow Mine hiding down here, as well as a second turret, and Widow Mines all over the place, so TLO will have to be quite careful that he doesn't throw away his Mutalist needlessly. Oh, manages to pick off that Widow Mine before it can detonate. Nice pick up from TLO. You'll notice there's just enough time for Mutalist to be able to focus that down, but if they misclick or fail, a Mutalisk will die, and significant splash damage will happen to the whole cloud. So I can't count the number of WCS games that have been lost by Zerg players recently because their Mutalisk flock has wandered into a pack of 3 or 4 Widow Mines and taken substantial damage. You can see TLO trying to pick off all these Widow Mines, make sure that he can get his Zerglings and Banelings into position and pick up these units. Oh, see that Widow Mine was able... Oh, yeah, a nice Baneling detonation there, and Widow Mine doing a little bit of friendly fire. TLO continuing to be active with these Mutalisks, more Banelings morphing in. It's going to take us up to 41 Banelings, 78 Marines on the field, so Marines excellent against Mutalisks, but not quite what he wants to have on the field against this many Banelings. If TLO can take out these Widow Mines, it's gonna put Happy in a very vulnerable position. Massive Baneling rolling in here. Not decent splits from Happy, preventing these Banelings from being too cost effective. TLO supply blocked actually by the loss of those Overlords, so will likely peel back as he morphs in some more Overlords. So Baneling detonations there, not the best. Surprised to not see TLO with the burrow and trying to burrow a few of these Banelings as landmines. We can see that it's down to 1 Marauder and 80 Marines, very susceptible to these Baneling counterattacks. We have Banelings from all 3 sides and there's Marines exploding everywhere. Medevacs are getting picked off by the Mutalisks and it's very bad for Happy. We see 174 supply to 110 as TLO rolls through this Terran force in the middle of the map. A very heavy Marine composition, unable to deal with this Baneling Mutalisk aggression. So we just see Terran forces getting massacred in the middle of the map. TLO able to secure this 4th and 5th base, only mining gas at his 5th until his main and 2nd base run out of minerals. We have plus 2 armor, plus 3 weapons now for these Mutalisks, and TLO taking up position in the middle of the map. More Overseers on the way, and Queen's here to spread more creep. Now, Happy's in a very unenviable position. He's mined out his main, almost mined out his natural, and his 3rd base is going to quickly wind down. He really needs to take further base. Going to be difficult. Creep all over this location. Creep soon to spread to this potential 4th base location. Things aren't looking good for EmpireHappy. Streaming more Marines onto the field. 53 Marines, 4 Widow Mines. It's just not what he needs though. He needs more Marauders to be able to deal with these Baneling hits. Banelings just rip apart Marines, and there's really only so much that 4 Widow Mines can do. TLO spreading his creep right to the ramp, and in TLO comes with a big counterattack, choosing to just decimate that command center. Not as cost effective as he would like to be, but that will set Happy back. He'll be unable to stream in to take that 4th base and secure it with his army. You can see TLO's got an almost endless supply of Banelings and Zerglings being morphed in. If we watch the production tab, we also had 3 Infestors that should join this force momentarily. Yep, here they are. If we click on those, yep, here they are in the middle of the map. Now, these Infestors will just eat Marines. Their fungal growth will lock them in place and they will die so quickly to the Banelings. 73 Marines, I just think unfortunately for Happy, he played the start so well with those Marauder Hellion aggression, but this is not where he wants to be against this many Zerglings. Amazing. Ooh, big detonation from the Widow Mine. Look at that splash damage. Everything dropping to yellow health. Mutalisks clump up so much. The area of effect damage of these Widow Mines would just be death for that Mutalisk cloud, but these Banelings just being super cost effective. If we look at the units lost tab, well, TLO is ahead by 4,000. He has got 2 additional mining bases, so this is right where he wants to be. Has the Terran pinned on 3 bases. Going to pick off this little force of bio, takes out the medevacs, so the Terran cost efficiency will be dropping. Stimmed Marines will die quite quickly without medevacs to heal them. A stim or 2 and you can see they're down in red health. Poor recruit with 2 kills but almost 0 health, running to the medevac for a heal. Happy really needs to get more medevacs on the field, and he needs something that's more durable than this straight Marine composition. 93 Marines, but Ultralisks now on the field. 3 Ultralisks. We can see TLO setting up for a nice surround. This minefield will be deadly at the top of the ramp, but all TLO has to do is keep Happy in his base. He doesn't actually need to kill him just yet. And as a Zerg player, I can tell you it's quite difficult to close out the game and take the fight into a Terran's base and beat him unless you're in a significant supply advantage. But all we have TLO doing here is choking off Happy and ensuring that he can't expand and take another base. TLO expanding well onto Happy's side of the map, throwing up a lot of spore crawlers. You see that Zerg players tend to hover a lot of minerals at this point of the game. Oh, Happy's pulled his SCVs, leading the charge against TLO's poor queen. These will get mopped up. And Happy will use this freed supply to produce a lot more Marines and Marauder. He's hoping that his last push here with a maxed out bio army will carry him across the line, but TLO I feel has the answer for that. He's getting lots of static defense at these bases just to mainly hold this territory. And we do have a few Marauders making it on the field. 4 Marauders. They really need to be out here, out the front, tanking the damage. But we'll see what EmpireHappy has for us. TLO gearing up for a big last-ditch storm on the beaches of Normandy. And see Happy set up here with all his mines, Marines and Marauders. Nice spread out. The Zergling Banelings that try to make it up that ramp are going to die quite horribly. But these Ultralisks could be the minesweepers that TLO needs. There's Bioforces continuing to try and push back this creep. We do so much creep across this base. Happy starting to really feel the punch as his third base gets down to the last couple of hundred minerals sitting here. So Happy will not be able to remax out in the event that he loses this battle. TLO just continuing to bank up 3,500 minerals, 3,500 gas, and I hate to call a game early, but it looks like TLO has Happy right where he wants him. And we'll see if this valiant defense can hold the line. Just can't help but feeling that Happy had everything going for him when he was doing that multi-pronged aggression, the multiple drops. Look, TLO just providing layer upon layer of defense here, and this is what you see smart, high-level Zerg players doing. At this stage of the game, they know that they will end up trading their army for the opposing army. They know their army will mostly get wiped out in these engagements, but it is much quicker to reproduce. If you'll note, TLO has 52 lava, so as soon as his army dies, he can respawn a second army in about 40 or 50 seconds. So the idea is that these spine crawlers will buy him that 40 or 50 seconds. Clean up the bio here, and this large force pushing out. Hellbat's hopefully going to tank some of the damage of these incoming units. We have Ultralisks milling around in confusion, dying horribly. These infestors going for the fungal growth. Big fungals there in the main, chaining those fungals. TLO just chain those fungals excellently. You see these units dropping in health. 110 supply to 173. Banelings just rolling in from the side. Clown. That was absolutely beautiful engagement. Textbook engagement out of TLO. We're going to take that back just a bit to watch that final fight unload one more time. 1 second. Okay, so we have the setup forming here. This Marine force moving out. TLO's goal is to pick off any little patch of this that he can, and you see TLO just continuing to fortify his position. More and more static defense. He starts doing that in the main, and Happy realizes that and begins moving out. A few fungals whiff, but the Ultralisk able to get in and mop up some of these with the Mutalisk assistance. Happy realizing that he's in an unenviable position. A few Corruptors on the way. I think the goal for those is for them to become Broodlords, the greatest fire. Broodlords are the great Zerg Minesweeper, able to consistently shoot their Broodlings at the Widow Mines, wasting their payload. So a few Overlords scouting out just what's going on. We have missile turrets everywhere in the main base, ensuring that Happy's production's very safe. But Happy has more to worry about, and that's the massive Zerg force right outside his front door. Creep spread right up to his ramp, and Happy realizes here that he's just got to go for it. And here he is, about to move out. Widow Mines unburrow, starts to move out in the map, but TLO's here, maxed out Zerg force this way. He knows that he just needs to pick off these forces. and it's all about the surround. You see him pull back with this force here, and his second force just sitting here on the ramp, ready to engage as soon as these guys move into position. Happy trying to fortify with the Widow Mines. Widow Mines, big connections on the Ultralisk, but excellent fungal growth. Then these Ultralisks just rip up, and he allows the Terran force to sweep in, right where the Banelings and Fungals can just clean us up, and just in seconds you see that force go from 120 supply right down to 30. And just an absolutely phenomenal engagement from TLO. You saw his timing there, pushing into the Terran force, getting a few key Fungals, pulling back, allowing them to move up into this center section. They're just hitting them with fungal growth from multiple directions, while those Banelings stream straight in from the side. Fantastic game from both these players. Bad news for Happy, taking one on the cheek this time, but TLO just playing that game out so well. Just can't fault his gameplay there. Managed to get the advantage in the 20-minute mark and just hold on to that and dictate the course of the game. As you can see, managed to starve Happy out quite well. Happy down to 89 minerals. So great game from both these players. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We certainly did. Go ahead and give us the old thumbs up down below if you did. If you didn't enjoy it, well, you know, go ahead and give us a thumbs up anyway. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll catch you in the next cast. Have a great day.